Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is a general reading for the astrological sign of Sagittarius for the month of April in 2017. Those of you who are Sagittarius family members, please note that this is a general reading, and everything during this reading, of course, will not resonate with each of you. However, there are a lot of strong messages that are coming through in both the astrological perspective as well as the tarot reading. And so, please, you might want to look at your sun, moon, and rising sign, both for astrology and as well for tarot, so that you can get a comprehensive perspective about some of the dynamics of your present and your future, as well as your past, of course. So Sagittarius, for the month of April, you start out with Venus, the planet that rules love, passion, creativity, and money. You start out with Venus going retrograde, which means that it's going to go slower in your fifth house. And your fifth house is your house of pleasure. So it could be a time when you would be paying attention to, or a time when an extra focus could be placed on how you're spending your time, how you're spending your money, whether or not you're actually happy doing the things that you used to do, or whether or not there's a time for a change in your happy area, in the things that make you happy and that make you feel good and whole. After the 3rd of the month of April, Venus is going to go retrograde in your 4th house until the 16th of April. Now, the 4th house is the house that deals with family, structure, roots, foundation, genealogy. So with Venus going retrograde, it's a time when you're going to be reconsidering your real estate, where you live, how you live, your family, the family structure. There's going to be a major amount of attention that's going to come to those areas between the 4th of April and the 16th because of this Venus retrograde. Venus is a time when old lovers or old relationships might resurface. Not a good time for you to start a new relationship. And it's also not a good time for you to buy a high ticket price item, because when Venus goes direct around the 16th, you're going to look at that item, or I should say there's a danger of you looking at that item and saying, why did I buy this? This is not what I wanted. On the 10th of the month, Mercury, which is the planet that rules intelligence, communication, and travel, is going to go retrograde in your 6th house and then move back into your 5th house. So your 6th house is the house that deals with daily routines, your health, your regimen, your 9-to-5 mindset, what you do on a daily basis. And with Mercury going retrograde, the usual things apply, or the usual things should apply. And that is that you should do things like back up your hard drive, check your emails, make sure that you read messages carefully, and make sure that when you send messages that the person's receiving the information that you in fact want them to receive, and not misunderstanding what you're saying. So it's a time when no one is saying that you should not communicate. It's a time when you're being advised to pay attention to your communications. When Mercury goes back into your 5th house, that's a time when you're going to be looking at either traveling or maybe learning something new that's going to bring you pleasure, or thinking more about those things that bring you pleasure, for absolute sure. On the 11th of the month, you have a full moon in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house that deals with hopes and expectations, your goals. In addition, it's also the house that indicates how you deal with groups, organizations, relationships, partnerships, not intimate partnerships, but the other type, friendships and business relationships. So when the full moon is in your 11th house, the full moon is going to bring those things to surface. So you're going to really begin to think about your hopes, your expectations. It might be a time for you to look at yourself and see if there's a need for some type of self-improvement. And on the 26th of the month, you have a full moon in your 6th house. So this works out kind of smoothly because the new moon, I'm sorry, did I say full moon? Please forgive me. The new moon in your 6th house, new moon, it brings about a new beginning. It brings about a fresh a moment or time when you have a fresh start. You have new beginnings. You have bursts of energy. You have bright ideas. And in your 6th house, that's the house that deals with your health, your daily regimen, your exercises, or your regular job, not necessarily the job that you do as a hobby type of earning, where you earn money from a hobby, but this is your regular job. So the new moon is going to give you some new, fresh ideas about those areas. All right, Sagittarius, let's look at your tarot spread. Sagittarius, I've already invoked my spirit guide to talk to us through the tarot cards, and I do see that you are going to, or you are currently in a state where you're coming out of a place where your mind was changed. You're coming out of a place where you went through a change of mind and a change of heart. And I do see that it's beneficial because I do see an end to stress, which is great. In addition, Sagittarius, I do see a time that you're in right now where there is money coming. So if the money's not there today, that money is coming. There's money coming to you. There's a comfort level in your resources, a comfort level in your resources, and you won't have to pinch pennies as much as you have had to do in the past. So Sagittarius, I do see some more fluidity, if you will, in the way of resources and money and abundance. That's a good thing. However, you are being advised, Scorpio. You are being advised, Sagittarius, that you do need to be mindful of things that are unethical, illegal, immoral. Watch those that are in your immediate circle and make sure that you don't get involved in some of those things. And if you are involved in some of those things already, I'm not judging you. I'm simply advising that you need to be mindful. And the reason why I say you need to be mindful is because there are people watching, and the people that are watching you, they want to help you. They want to either recommend you or refer you for either a new position or a new job altogether, or maybe they want to invest in something that you're involved in. However, you're going to have to prove yourself to be more cooperative and more open. So with that card coming associated with the card that indicates some type of unethical, immoral, illegal, you need to be mindful that even if you're not involved in those things, be mindful of the appearance of being involved in those things, Sagittarius. I want to also share with you, Sagittarian, that I see that you have gone through some time in your life when you're upset about things. You don't feel satisfied with yourself. You don't feel satisfied with where you are. Once again, this is a general reading, so it doesn't apply to everybody. But for those of you that it does apply to, I do see where, Sagittarius, where you're feeling a little bit weak and distraught, I do see that you are going to relocate. I do see that some of you Sagittarians are going to relocate. You're going to move. You're going to take your things and you're going to get out. I do see you moving to another location for some of you Sagittarians. I do see, in addition, I do see assistance. So there could be some assistance with that move. There could be some assistance, some monetary assistance. It could be governmental assistance, it could be a scholarship, it could be a loan of some sort, but I do see an outside entity, Sagittarians, giving you assistance, and that assistance is coming in the way of monetary assistance. I do see where you are, as I said, sad, and I do see you're sad because you apparently have gone through some pain. And the pain that you've gone through, I do see you coming out of it, and I'm going to expand on where that pain is coming from and how you can help yourself. So, Sagittarians, I do see where you are looking at your future. I do see where you're going to take a moment and you're going to reflect wisely on your future. I do see where you are going to reflect wisely on your future. When I say reflect, I mean you're going to look at your experiences in life, and you're going to glean from some of those experiences, and you're going to move forward with your plans for your future. You are being advised in two different places in your spread, Sagittarians. You are being advised that you need to exercise your options. There seems to be some decisions that you are not making. You're dragging your feet about making those decisions. You're being advised that there is an end to a heartbreak relationship. There's an end to a relationship that the card says three-way. In other words, it doesn't have to be a three-way. It could be an unhealthy relationship. So I do see both of those cards in your spread. But the card that indicates an end to or a moving on from a relationship that had some heartbreak and possibly some dishonesty and some cheating. I do see you're being advised that that relationship is coming to an end, Sagittarians. And as you move forward, I do see sunshine. I do see some brightness, some light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. I do see that where you think you have not, or where you think you will never achieve your goals, please hold your chin up, Sagittarians, because I do see where you are going to make some beautiful moves in your life, and I do see a beautiful future coming for you. There's happiness, there's abundance, there's strength, there's money, there are blessings from your ancestors. A lot of good stuff coming for Sagittarians. Sagittarians, I do see where there is a female energy that is attempting to give advice. So two possibilities here. Either there is a female energy that's attempting to give you advice, or you're not listening to your own advice if you are the female energy. If you are the female energy, you're not listening and taking your own advice. And that's the second place that a card like this shows up in your spread. The cards clearly say that you need to gather and glean from your experience, Sagittarians. So you're not taking advice from a female energy, or you need to take advice from a female energy. This is what's happening. I do see in your environment, Sagittarians, that I do see that you're going to have a solid structure. So I do see a solid structure. I do see your foundations. Your foundation is going to be firm if it is not already. So because you're not taking the advice, you're going to now listen to this reading, and you're going to take advice from the female energy that's offering you advice. Or if you are the female energy, to be redundant, you're going to listen and glean from your own past experiences. I do see a solid family, a solid, firm foundation, good stuff in the way of roots, in the way of structure. I do see that. I do see where, yeah, you have gone through some stuff as far as being disappointed and being let down. And of course, that could cause you to lose your footing sometime. I can understand that. However, you're going to get that back. I do see those of you that are looking for employment. I do see employment. There's news of employment coming in your future. I do see where you're going to have to make a decision. There's a decision that you're not making. And this is the second place that I see this in your spread, this idea about you, Sagittarians, making a decision. Part of making that decision has something to do with an unhealthy relationship. In addition to that, I do see you moving forward and gaining new skills. I do see that it is necessary. The advisement from the cards for many of you Sagittarians is that you do have to return to school. You do have to get some new skills. You do have to get more skills and enhance your knowledge base, so that in the enhancement you can expect to glean, you can expect to earn more money. So I do see that, because right now the job offers are not coming through, and that's because you don't have the skills for some of you Sagittarians. So this is a good time for you to consider returning to school and getting more knowledge that is going to definitely benefit you in earning more money. Sagittarians, I do see an end to an unhealthy relationship, which is a good thing for you. I do see a masculine energy or a yang type of energy. It doesn't have to be a man necessarily, but it is an upright, strong energy in your future. So what am I saying? I'm saying, Sagittarians, that you're going to make the right decision to come out of this unhealthy relationship. You're going to end up with your thoughts being right, upright. You're going to end up in a place where you are firmly looking at your future, and you are going to take control of your life. I do see you taking control of your life, and I do see you doing it with or without a partner. I do see you doing it independently. So that's a good thing. Sagittarians, you are being advised by the cards that, and the spirit guide, of course, must give the spirit guide respect. Sagittarians, you are being advised to slow down. Particularly, this card that I'm looking at particularly points to driving, moving fast, physically moving fast. It could also point to impulsive behavior. So it could be irrational behavior, temper tantrums, but it has a lot to do with moving fast. So if you're driving, Sagittarians, please slow down. If you're riding with someone and you don't feel safe, please consider some other mode of transportation. If you are a person, a Sagittarian, who has a quick temper and you're quick to say things that could be misconstrued and misunderstood, and perhaps tomorrow you might even regret saying them, Sagittarians, please be mindful that the cards are clearly saying that you need to stop that behavior. You need to put it in check. Sagittarians, I do see where your emotions have been upset, and I can understand that because you're coming out of an unhealthy relationship. You have taken some loss, and there is an end to a three-way love affair. I see that. It's very clear that this whole thing has been a heartbreak for some of you Sagittarians. I do see, if you are concerned about money, I do see that you're going to be in a better position to manage your resources and to pay your responsibilities. So Sagittarians, this has been a general reading for the month of April. And once again, everything during this reading will not resonate with everyone. However, if you're interested in a private reading, I'll be more than happy to ask the spirit guide to shed some light on some things, particularly or specifically for you. Please reach out to me through my email, onewhosees4you, that's 4 in the numeral perspective, onewhosees4you @yahoo.com. Once again, Sagittarians, please enjoy your April, and I look forward to doing the private readings for you and hearing from you. Please email me, let me know how things are going. Thank you, Sagittarians.